We are back again for a very quick one this afternoon, talking about some transfers, some announcements for my channel for the new season. We're going to get right into it on here. I'm just going to make sure everything is okay and up and running because I've got about a billion screens looking at me and all telling me different things. So just bear with me. But I hope we're all well. I hope we have all survived the heat wave okay in England. Over here it's been very hot, very hot. I think one point here it was about 36. It still is quite warm, but we move on. We sit here still making content. I am back fully. This is it. Streaming is back. So we'll move on to the first announcement. The first announcement is that I will be doing the podcast tomorrow. And one sec.
Right, that should sound much better. There we go. StreamYard keeps changing my settings. Anyway, yeah, so the podcast will be on tomorrow. I am joined by Jez and potentially a few others, and we're gonna be talking about us as fans, what we're looking at for the new season, and our thoughts and opinions on the transfer window. We're gonna see how it goes. Go with the flow. Anything you want us to cover, maybe we'll do a little Q&A section with the comments, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So the All Things Arsenal podcast will be on this Friday, and then it will move back to Tuesdays after tomorrow. So it'll move back to Tuesday at 6:30 after tomorrow, so it'll still be at 6:30 tomorrow, but just on a Friday, and then we will resume as normal. So that's the plan. That's the first plan. But I have been watching Arsenal actually. Pre-season match last night. It was a very late one. It didn't kick off until late in the end. I think it was about, I don't know, maybe 1:45 before it, or later before it kicked off. I did watch the first half. The first half was pretty, yeah, average, very average. But I'm not looking into it too much because I doubt it's the team we're going to be playing. A nice goal from Martinelli did take a big deflection, to be fair, and I don't really know how it wasn't an own goal. But anyway, good for Martinelli to get the goal. We did win 3-1 against Orlando. But at the end of the day, yeah, the first half performance was rough. It was not intense enough. But then again, I'm not looking into it too much. It's pre-season, and it definitely wasn't the team we would play in a Premier League game. But you never know with this manager these days, people. Honestly, if you're new to the stream, please make sure you smash a like as you come in and hit that subscribe button. We are on the way to 1K, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. Going to be exciting this season. I have so much planned, and I absolutely cannot wait for it. Me and Jez have a few things planned as well, which I'm sure we'll announce shortly on both of our channels. So it's going to be fun, very fun, and all of you are definitely going to enjoy the content, the things we have planned. So make sure you stick around and turn notifications on, because then you can see when I post. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. But we're going to talk about the transfer window quickly and my opinions on that. At the moment, I think it's been a bang average transfer window. Obviously, there's still deals to be done, and I do believe Arsenal will still get those deals done. I believe Zinchenko is done. That is definitely done for a rumored 32 million, which I think is very good. And the probability of this signing is 83%. So he's on his way. He's on his way to America. I believe even Arteta has been speaking about him in his press conferences as much as possible. So yeah, his main position is left back, and I think that's something we with Tierney out last season, it was a big blow. So getting another left back in was one of my priorities for the transfer window. I think that's very important, and I think it's going to add a lot of competition actually into the position. And Tierney, he's going to have to work harder to fight for his position, and the same for Zinchenko. So I feel like it's going to be a great signing, absolutely a great signing. He's only 25 as well, and he's a good player. He's coming from City, and yeah, I just feel like he's going to be a really, really good addition to to the squad. I'm happy about it. Now, the other rumours around is Tielemans. Apparently that's still a deal we want. So I think it's going to be interesting to see when we get over the line. I feel like that's going to be a kind of last minute thing, rather than, tomorrow, or in a week. It's going to be deadline day kind of deal. But we're also looking at Lucas Paquetta. Now, I don't know anything about this guy. I'm going to be honest. I've heard a few things that he's decent, but there is only a 43% chance of actually signing him. I don't think he's our number one target. He may be a target, but he's an attacking midfielder. Midfield is definitely something we need to strengthen up on. He's 24. It's going to be very... I don't think we're going to get that deal done, if I'm honest. I think if we get Tielemans, I don't think we're going to be signing many other players after that. I feel like that is kind of the last thing of the transfer window, which is sad. But yeah, I just don't see it happening. I don't see Paqueta happening. There's not enough going around and enough rumours to kind of say, you know what, we're definitely going for him. But no, I feel like we'll get Tielemans over the line. I think that is a definite. But definitely later on in the transfer window, I see that happening. But Jesus, I'm so happy Jesus has come to Arsenal. Very, very happy indeed. I feel like he's going to be a key player for Arsenal this season. Not only, it's just his position as a striker. That's something we definitely missed out on last season. Like, Nketiah wasn't up to the task, Lacazette wasn't up to the task, so it just felt like we had no striker, and it was something missing. What I've seen in pre-season so far, I'm not getting too excited, but he has been pretty good. Scoring, he didn't score last night, but he has been on the score sheet for all of the other games. I feel like he's going to be a great addition. Just who we need for the job, I think, is what we're going to get at the moment. We needed in that position, so it's definitely going to be a key player. Let's get looking at some of these comments. It will be a quick one today, probably like half an hour maximum, because I have a few bits to do this afternoon. But I'm so happy to be back streaming and doing content for you. As I said, I have a lot planned, which will probably be announced soon in the new season. So it is all looking well. Big up to all of you in the chat. Hello. Arteta doesn't play the players to their strength. He plays them to a system that works 1 in 10 times, depending on the opponent. Exactly, Craig. He'll win one game and then he'll just keep on going with that team, even though that system might not work against a different team. But it's going to be an interesting season. I feel like it's going to be an interesting one. That's for sure. It was a very, very late game. It was not very nice. I was like, yes, it's on at okay time, it's not too late, and then it got postponed, which was really unlucky. But it is what it is. It was okay. The second half was definitely better, that's for sure. But there were times in the first half where Orlando was just all over us, and it was scary to watch. I can't see Arsenal buying anyone until we get rid of some players. We need to get rid of a lot. Our squad is ridiculous at the moment. Obviously, players like Bellerin, Reece Nelson, Maitland-Niles, and everyone, I think they will go back out on loan before the end of the season. That's why I'm thinking other players like Tielemans is going to be later on in the transfer window, just because there's so many players we have to get rid of. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain. It's going to be interesting to see who we can get rid of. But we know some players want to move, so I don't know. It's so confusing. Our transfer business across the board is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Big up to all of you and the regulars in the chat. But no, I'm looking forward to this season. I want to see what Arteta's going to do. He has his squad. We have I think after we get Zinchenko, once Zinchenko's completely done and announced, we will be the highest spending club in Europe. This guy has no room for error at this point. I expect so much more than I did last season. In fact, he has his team. He's the highest spending in Europe. So now prove it. Prove it. You have to prove it now. It's make or break. This guy has nowhere to run. You have to be qualifying for the Champions League. That is not even a debate with what he has spent. He has to maybe even win something, at least, at minimum. He has to win something, a domestic trophy for this. But I see Arteta giving everything he's got either into the Europa League or the Premier League. I feel like he's going to do what he did last season and potentially bin off the other domestic trophies and focus on them two to get Champions League. But I tell you what, I want to win something. And I feel I was saying on Jez's show when we did the podcast the other night, that I see us getting fifth, to be fair, but I see us doing decently in the Europa League if, and that is a big if, we get more players over the line in the window and get rid of more players. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do this season. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it to start. I'm so bored of not watching any football. Like, it's the drain of my life. And even pre-season, I don't even enjoy pre-season. It's just I want the Premier League back, the Europa League, the FA Cup, all of it. I cannot wait. It's going to be a great season for me. Hopefully it will be for Arsenal as well, but I definitely got a lot planned, so I'm looking forward to it. But also, I want to talk about the All or Nothing documentary, or the All for Nothing documentary. I'm looking forward to it. Now, there's very much a divided opinion on it, but I'm looking forward to it big time. I have seen the trailers. I'm looking forward to I've watched all the others and they have been fantastic. And I know we're not going to see what we want to see, and that Arsenal have had full editing rights throughout, but I still will watch it, and I'm still excited to see it, because at the end of the day, I love my club and I want to, get that inside as a fan. I want to get that view of inside, even if it is edited. I'll still have my own opinions. I want that view inside of our club, and I feel like it's going to be a decent documentary. And I know, obviously, we know the outcome, but just to watch it back and reflect on the season is going to be good as well. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be excellent to watch. And I will be doing I would say an episode by episode review. I'm not going to record my live reactions, but I'll do a reaction at the end after watching an episode. So it's going to be great fun. And I hope a lot of you in the chat, let me know. Are you going to be watching it? What are your opinions on it? Have you seen the trailers? I'm not going to play the trailers on here because I will get copyrighted, and that's not something I want to do. So if you haven't seen it already, go check out the trailer after this. It is interesting, that's for sure. But we know what it's going to be about. We're not stupid. But personally, I'm just excited to watch it and see what's going on. And I want to see what Arteta does in the dressing room. That's a big thing for me. I want to see how he's trying to motivate these players, or if he's doing it at all. I feel like that's going to be a key thing to look out for, is his reaction. And we know he's passionate on the sidelines in his aeroplane hands and trying to land an aircraft on the Emirates. But I feel like it's going to be it'll be good to see how he tries to approach these players, and how he tries to, motivate them when we're behind to win, or when we're losing. What does he do? So that's my personal reason why I'm watching it. Everyone else can have different opinions. I've seen quite a few saying they won't watch it at all because we know how the season ends, but it's a different perspective on a bad season, really, and seeing what's happened, especially with the Aubameyang thing. Again, I know it's edited, but I'd still like to see something, just something more than we have had already. But yeah, I feel like it'll be exciting, very, very exciting. But make sure you tune in tomorrow, guys. I will be going over all of this in detail on the podcast with Jez and potentially a special guest, but I will keep that a secret for now until I know more. And you'll see it go up probably this evening, so it will be out tomorrow. 6:30 will be on, and make sure you have your questions ready, because there is a Q&A segment, because I love reading the comments, answering the questions. So that'll be a segment where you can ask everyone on the panel a question, whether it be about being a fan or the upcoming season. Make sure you get them ready, because I'll put them on there. or you can message me on Twitter, GracieBrown21, and I will make sure I read them out for tomorrow. So it's going to be exciting, very exciting. I used to switch between United and Liverpool when I was younger, but there's always something about Arsenal that I loved. No, you can't be switching to others. You can't be switching to others. My whole life I've been stuck as an Arsenal fan, going from pain to pain. I've never even thought about it, to be fair. My family's all Arsenal, so it'd be impossible. Absolutely impossible. I wouldn't even think about it. It will be like watching a management consultant for a big private consulting firm waffling on. Though I'm excited for it. I don't understand why a lot of people aren't. I think that might just be me, because I've watched all the others and I was like, oh, I'd love Arsenal to do one of these, and then we announced it. Whenever they announced it last year. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. 3 wins out of 3 in the preseason. The way we're playing, we could potentially win the league next season. And Nketiah's the new Henry as is Jesus. That's all or nothing. Doc is definitely worth a watch. Blimey, if people are saying that, I avoid Twitter these days. I literally post my videos on there and then I don't go on there because it's not worth it. But I am looking to branch out onto a couple other platforms. I do have a Twitch channel and I am affiliated on Twitch. So I may start streaming on 2 different platforms at the same time. But I'll let you know more about that soon on Twitch, because I am an affiliate with them. I have more flexibility on what I can do as well, and more interaction. So, you know, as YouTube starts to build out, we can do that at the same time, because I already have a foundation over there. But we're going to see how it goes. So we're sticking with YouTube for now. Even maybe branching out to more social media so I can have more interaction with people, because I love to hear about all of your experiences and your thoughts. And next season, I'm going to be introducing fan cams for other fans after the game. So I will be doing my fan cam, and then I will be doing up to 2 others on the night. You'll come on and you'll give fan cam, and I'll upload it, etc. So if you guys want to do that, I'll make an announcement closer to the time, I would say, in the next few weeks. I'll do that and we'll see who can come on first, etc. It'll be first come, first serve. But that'll be the plan. It won't be a live like fan cams. It'll be posted. So that's another thing that I'm introducing in the new season. And yeah, it should be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm sorry I haven't been around much. I have been too busy, ridiculously busy, and you guys won't believe half the things I do, honestly. But just not enough time. But I'm here. I'm planning to make content. I have been editing behind the scenes. It's all been going off. So yeah. Are you staying up for the Chelsea game? No chance. I'm not watching Chelsea. Oh, is it the Arsenal Chelsea one? Because I don't know where it is. When it is, to be honest. Let's have a look. Or if someone can tell me in the chat, that would be great. But yes. Where are we? Big up to you, Craig. Thank you. Julian actually said that Nketiah was so good against Nuremberg, he could be the next Henry, and Arteta set up so good he could be the next Fergie. Wouldn't surprise me if he's just an actor. I'm telling you now, these people have no sense. Absolutely no sense. Are you going to consider call-in shows? Potentially. It depends if I'm live at the time. I don't tend to do call-in shows a lot because I usually have other guests on, but it's something I'm open to. But we'll see where that goes. Will I be getting the black and gold top or the pink top? No, I have the home one this season, so I'm probably just going to stick with the home one. But you never know, I may venture to the black and gold one, but this is the home one. I got it as a birthday present. I did not purchase this myself. It's a birthday present. But it's a nice kit. I like it. It's a lot nicer in person, I think. But that black and gold kit is absolutely lovely. And I do like it. So you never know. You never know. I'm not saying never. But I don't like the pink one. The pink one's ridiculous. It should not be an Arsenal shirt at all. Julian needs a smack on his head. 8 p.m. EST, that means it'll be 1 a.m. in London. What's the date on it? It depends what day it is, because if I have to get up in the morning, you know, I'm not staying up till about, it won't finish till about 4 a.m. So Let's see when it is. Let's see. 23rd. When's that? Saturday. No, I will not be staying up to watch it because I'm working that evening and I will be too tired to stay up until 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. to watch it. Plus, someone on Sky Sports News actually reckons we can win the league. This fan base, honestly, if we won, if I thought we had a chance of winning the league, I would put money on it. And if we ever won the league, I tell you, I'm driving straight to London, and I'm partying big time. Can we get top 4? I don't think we're going to get top 4 this season. I feel like we're going to finish 5th, but I'm not saying never. Again, for me, I don't make predictions until the transfer window is over usually. But as it stands, no. If we strengthen more, potentially. It all depends. The start and the middle of the season is going to be very important. I think we have to get off to a good start. We have been gifted with a decent start, and we definitely need to make the most of it. 100%. Winning the league would be a miracle at this rate. It would. We need a miracle, honestly. I put a bet on Arsenal every season. It was 50-1 last season. Blimey. That is bad. That is bad. Save your money. Save your money. Because it's not going to happen, my friends. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's just not going to happen. Top 5: City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, United. In order, I think I went with Liverpool, City, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea, United, Arsenal, Spurs. But I mean, Spurs are strengthening, and Conte's looking good with them. So it's a tough one to call. See, I'm rubbish at predictions. I don't like to make predictions often. Mentality should be top 4. Mentality should be competing for the league. I'm being realistic at this point. Of course, I want to win the league, but my mentality is, well, we're not going to win the league. Let's be fair. So what are we going to do? Like, I want to win trophies. I don't want to finish top 4 because top 4 isn't a trophy, believe it or not, people. And, you know, my mentality at the moment is realistically, well, I would love to win the league, of course. The positive person says, yes, I would love to win the league. And then realism kicks in. You're thinking that's not going to happen, like, at all. I think Darwin Núñez will flop at Liverpool. Is he going to Liverpool? Interesting. Yeah. Where does he fit in? That's the thing. Where does he fit in? But you never know. Different players play to strengths. But I still feel like we need a striker. I feel like that's a big one. I would go for like someone like Ivan Toney, I think. But my logic is we signed Nketiah as a striker on a new deal. So yeah. I don't see us signing another striker, if I'm honest. Then again, we have to offload a lot of players as well. So it's going to be interesting. Do you consider Tuchel good looking? Asking because I saw an AFTV clip where someone said he is. No, is the answer to that one. Which Premier League manager gets the sack first? Oh, this season. Oh, interesting. I'm praying it's going to be Arteta, if I'm honest. No, I feel maybe it could be Arteta. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. To be honest, thinking about it, that's a difficult question to come off. Hopefully Arteta. Let's have a look. Let's get all the managers list up and let's have a look. Here we are. Bear in mind that this season, not only are Arsenal in the Europa League, but we will lose players to the World Cup in mid-November, and they're bound to come back knackered for Christmas fixtures. Exactly, this is a big thing. Now, this has never happened in any of our lifetimes. It is weird having that big of a break in the middle of the season. It's going to be difficult, and players are going to come back tired, injured. Plus Europa League, and then you've got the domestic cups as well. It's going to be a tough season across the board. I'm not just looking at Arsenal. I think across the board for players, it's going to be incredibly difficult. And players aren't. they're not going to be fit enough going into Christmas fixtures, and we know how important the Christmas fixtures are as well. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be interesting to see. Sorry, guys. Here we are. Me too, Taib. Me too. So far, it's just another window where we're linked with every player in the world, but only signing a handful of them. And the players we have signed, we haven't strengthened in the right areas. I feel not yet. We haven't strengthened in the right areas, but striker was in a definite position that we needed. That was absolutely key. And I think Jesus does bring that strength, in part. So striker, that position. Midfield is yet to still be solved. We did get another left back. Well, it's pretty much done that Zinchenko is coming, so another left back. So I feel like those are two on my list that we definitely needed. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Don't you think it's strange how we offloaded 6 players last season and brought no one in, and now we have to get rid of players? Absolutely, it's very odd. It's very odd indeed. The hierarchy thinks we have Jesus and Zinchenko. I don't know if there's more to that. That's good enough for us fans. It's a joke. I know it is. 2 players is not enough. We need a lot more players, and we need to get rid of a lot because we have far too many people. They need to be going. I think that it was like 33 players at the moment, like currently on pre-season. It's ridiculous. It's too many. Absolutely too many. You know, you got Bellerin who wants to leave. You got Reece Nelson, Maitland-Niles. Half of these players won't play all season, so they need to go. Why are they on pre-season? Seriously, they're not going to play. They're just going to go on loan. I'm not having it. Just made it. Arteta putting up the kids, but got no depth. You know, it's preseason. These players, they're going to play. They're going to get preseason. It's not going to be the first team starting every game, so I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest. But if you're talking about in the Premier League, absolutely, he puts out the Project Youth. But you know, with bringing Jesus and that, and it's not really Project Youth isn't working clearly, and there has to be experience in the team. We still don't have a club captain yet announced. We're still a mess. Let's be honest. Going into the new season. The club have invested too much in Arteta. Exactly. Once we bring Zinchenko in, we are the highest spent in Europe, over 400 million. It's too much. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad we've addressed the striker position, but Jesus and Marquinhos aren't the answer. Jesus doesn't score enough, and Marquinhos doesn't either, plus Nketiah's new contract. Now, Marquinhos, I don't know why we've brought him in, to be honest. I know why we have. It's a player for the future, as quoted by Arsenal's website. A player for the future. I don't care about the future right now. I want to win a trophy, and we need to strengthen the squad now. This player won't play. He won't play. So what's the point? What is the point? He's not going to play. He's going to play in pre-season. He might play in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and maybe the Europa League. He's not going to play in the Prem. We'll see. We'll see about him. I'm not sure at all. People, don't forget to put your notifications on for Arsenal History and More. Tonight's show is going to be fire. It is. Make sure you go over to Jez's channel. Check it out there. Me and Jez are going to be doing a lot on each other's channels coming into the new season. I won't announce it yet. I'm going to keep you all in suspense. But it'll be something alternating between each channel. So it's going to be exciting. I am looking forward to it, that's for sure. And you guys are going to love it. It's going to be so funny. And yeah, I will announce it soon. Maybe tomorrow. When we're both on here tomorrow, 6:30. Make sure you turn your notifications on, people. Maybe we'll announce it then. We'll announce it together. But make sure you go subscribe to Arsenal History and More. Definitely. Hi, Gracie. We are a total mess going into this season. 400 million spent, and look at the state of us. We're a joke. 7 players needed, in my opinion. Season is a washout already. See, I disagree. I have to say I disagree. I don't like... We're a mess. I wouldn't say we're a total mess, but we are a mess. I don't like to say it going into the new season. I'm going to be honest. I just feel like it puts it down a little bit. We have to look into the new season. I don't know. It's going to be... It's a move forward. We have a a move forward getting Jesus, but I just don't think it's enough yet. I wouldn't say it's a washout already. I'm not that type of person that can say that. I have too much optimism, but in reality, is it going to happen? Probably not. Of doing well in the season. The thing is, we may need 7 more players, but realistically, will we ever get those 7 more players from a money perspective? And this is the perspective I bring in. I bring in the realistic approach. I'm thinking, yes, we need 7 more players, but where are we going to pull them from? That's what I think. That's what I think. So that's why I never say like, oh, 6 more players are needed, but my expectation isn't that we're getting them, because realistically it's not going to happen. We're going to bring in maybe 4 to 5 players, 2 young kids, and 3 we actually need. So that's just the Arsenal way. That's just how it happens. What's the bet that the Colorado Rapids will win the MLS before we get a title? I don't know much about American soccer, but yeah, I have no idea, if I'm honest. I'm guessing that they're bad from that comment. Jesus is a forward move and Nketiah is a backwards move. Exactly, 2 paces forwards, 1 pace back. Just imagine how good we'd be if we gave an elite manager 400 million. I know it's painful to think about. All these players for the future BS is an excuse to cover up the crap recruitment and crap management for Arteta. Exactly. It's not just Arteta, it is Edu as well. And Edu, Vinay, Arteta, they're all part of the transfer committee. So they all work together as a team to do this. So it's all their fault. They're all responsible. 400 million wasted, then when the wrong person is buying. Exactly. 400 million when an elite manager could build a whole new team and probably win something. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. But we are going to wrap it up here because I have got a few things to do this evening. But I hope you all enjoyed this quick show. Make sure you are over on my channel tomorrow, 6:30. I'm on with Jez and a special guest, hopefully. And we're going to talk about all things Arsenal, us as fans. We're going to talk about the All or Nothing documentary trailer. We're going to talk about the upcoming season, the players we've brought in, and who do we think is actually going to step up this season for Arsenal, the players that we think are going to do well and are looking sharp. But hope to see you all there tomorrow. Thank you for all watching. If you're watching on playback, thank you for coming back and watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button. We are on the way to 1K, people. So be sharing the stream. Do all of that because a lot more is coming in this season. So stay tuned. There is so much I have planned. There's vlogs, there's watch-alongs, there's fan cams with other fans, there's call-in shows. You name it, I'll have it. I promise. But for now, Arteta out, and I'll see you all later.